Guys, it's Sarah, and today's video is going to be an empties video. I feel like I just recently did an empties video, like last month, but the bin is already full and it's actually overflowing because I have some things that wouldn't even fit in here. So I always like to start with the makeup. I will go ahead and give you a spoiler alert. If you're following my project pan and you don't like spoilers, I will give you a timestamp on the screen to skip ahead if you want to, but otherwise, I feel like most people don't really care. So my perhaps most exciting empty, we'll just go ahead and kick it off strong, is the e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadow in Soiree. I cannot believe that this is finally empty. I have had this eyeshadow for over 5 years and it took a very long time to finish. I love this eyeshadow formula. It is similar to a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, but even a little bit more foiled, and it's different but similar. One of my favorite single eyeshadow formulas, and I'm sad that they seem to be discontinuing this. In my opinion, it was one of the best e.l.f. products of all time, and I don't know why they would discontinue it. I've always said I wish they would come out with like multiple shades, because for the longest time it was only available in like 3 shades. But this was the shade Soiree. It was a nice kind of maroonish mauve color. Beautiful shade, great for just a one shadow look. I will miss this shadow. This is actually the second one that I've gone through. A long time ago I used up Toast as well, which was a gold shade. Another project pan item that I finished is the Balm Shelter Tinted Moisturizer. I had this in the shade Lighter Than Light. This hung around for a long time as well in my project pan. Both of these have actually been in my project pan since the beginning of 2020. I enjoyed this a lot. I think I got a little bit tired of it after using it so much this year. But it is a nice, very light coverage tinted moisturizer. The thing is, I went back and looked at the shade range and I realized it really is not very good. It only comes in 7 shades, which with the tinted moisturizer, there's a little bit more leeway, I think, but it doesn't go very deep at all. I also think they might be discontinuing this, which is probably a smart move if they're not going to have a good shade range. I hope that maybe they will bring it back and maybe like expand the shade range in the future, because it is a really nice formula. It is not overly dewy, but it's not matte either. I think a lot of tinted moisturizers tend to lean very dewy, but this one is not. So I think it would be a great formula for pretty much all skin types. I have normal to dry skin, but I remember liking this when my skin was more oily as well. So really nice tinted moisturizer, but I'm also glad to be done with it and to not have to talk about it anymore. And finally, my last makeup empty is the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I'm also really glad to be done with this. This is not my favorite setting spray, so it does have a very, very dewy finish, but it is also, it's one of those setting sprays that leaves like a tight feeling on your skin, and alcohol is the second ingredient, so even though it is dewy, it's not very hydrating or moisturizing. It still has that classic kind of dry down setting spray feel. So I think this will be good if you want a dewy finish, but you want something to also kind of extend the wear of your makeup. It's just not my preferred type of spray. So getting into some skincare, I finished up the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. This is the second one of these that I finished. I love this face cream so much. It is one of my favorites that I've ever tried. It's thick, but it's not heavy, so it sinks into your skin really nicely, but it also leaves your skin feeling nice and moisturized. I feel like some moisturizers that sink in quickly kind of just sink in and it's almost like they disappear, but this really feels like it's giving you like a nice surge of moisture. So it is fantastic. I would love to repurchase it, but I don't think I'm going to, sadly, as much as I love it, just because the packaging is not really easily recyclable, at least in your like mainstream recycling. And it is also very bulky plastic packaging, and I just would like to find something with slightly less bulky packaging that I can recycle more easily. So that is why I won't be purchasing it right away. But if I can't find something that I like as much as this, I would potentially repurchase it in the future, and if they did update the packaging to be a little more sustainable, I would absolutely go back to repurchasing this. Right now, I have switched to the Acure Radically Rejuvenating Whipped Night Cream that is supposedly a dupe for the Drunk Elephant, I think, Proteiny Moisturizer. That Acure one is fantastic so far. I've only used it a couple times, but I'm loving it so far. It is a little bit more expensive than this, but it feels so amazing on the skin. Another moisturizer that I finished is the Trader Joe's Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. This was in my skincare project pan for a couple months, and I did not love this. I think what I learned is that I just don't really like gel moisturizers. They're not quite moisturizing enough for my skin, but if you have more oily skin and a lot of moisturizers feel too heavy for you, you might really like this one. And also Trader Joe's skincare is quite affordable if you do have one nearby, but I personally would not repurchase that. A couple of bar soaps that I finished, both of these are from Zion Health. I have their Ancient Clay soap with tea tree oil. This one was fragrance free, and then also their Moon Dance Ancient Clay, also fragrance free. These were just kind of like the travel sizes. They sent these to me a while back. These were fine. I wasn't blown away by them. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase them, but if you want to try a bar soap, they were fine. They did their job, and I do appreciate that the wrapping is paper rather than plastic. Each of these only lasted about 2 weeks in my shower just because they were very small, but I think they do come in a more full size as well. Okay, I finished the Krave Beauty Beet Shield. This has been a long time favorite of mine. This is an SPF of 50 for the face. It continues to be my favorite sunscreen. A close second though would have to be the Versed Guards Up SPF 35. That is a mineral sunscreen, whereas this is a chemical sunscreen, and the more I use the Versed one, the more I like it almost as much as this one, and I can use the Versed one all the way around my eyes because it's a mineral sunscreen and it won't burn my eyes, whereas chemical sunscreens always sting my eyes when I put them directly around my eyes. So when I use this, I have to use a separate mineral sunscreen around my eye area. So that's the only downside. This is just one of the best face sunscreens ever. It doesn't interfere with makeup, it's very lightweight, it's a little bit glowy, but it's not greasy or heavy at all, sinks in really well. It's one of those sunscreens that you feel like you're not even wearing sunscreen when you wear this, and that is my kind of sunscreen. So still highly recommend this, and I would repurchase it. A couple of Everyman Jack products. I really like their products, even though they're marketed towards men. I like them anyway. This is the Everyman Jack body wash in the Sandalwood scent. Their Sandalwood scent is incredible to me. I love the smell of sandalwood. It's masculine, but it's not too like heavy and spicy, I guess. I feel like it's just a nice, clean scent that I really like for body wash. I am trying to get back to bar soaps, but to be completely honest, I really prefer body wash, like liquid body wash, over bar soap. I don't know what it is. I just enjoy the experience of using liquid body wash more, but I know that bar soap is a lot more sustainable if you can get a plastic-free version, so I'm trying to ditch the body wash, but I really enjoyed this. This was a massive size too. This is an entire liter and it lasted a really long time. But if you are a body wash person, I love this. I'm not really a fan of the fact that they use such like gendered marketing. I think that's dumb, but I like the product itself. Also from Everyman Jack, also the sandalwood scent that I love. This is their conditioning shave gel. This was really nice. It was interesting. I never used a shaving gel or cream or anything like this before. It almost looks like just a body wash. Like it comes out clear and it lathers up similarly to the way that a body wash would. But it did a nice job. I did like it. I felt like I got a good shave with it. My skin, I mean, you always need to moisturize after you shave, but it didn't like dry out my skin or anything. I felt like it was a nice moisturizing shaving gel. So I would consider repurchasing that, but I also enjoy trying new things whenever I can just because it's more fun to me. So I'm not sure I would repurchase it, but I liked it and I would recommend it. Okay, the last skincare product I have before I get into some of the more like miscellaneous household products is the Burt's Bees eye cream, and I actually did not finish this. My boyfriend is the one that finished it, and I think I'm gonna have him come and give his review of this because he's the one that used it and he's getting more into skincare. And yesterday I was asking him like what he thought of it and he gave a very in-depth review. So I think it would be more helpful if he actually comes and tells you guys what he thought of this. But this is the Burt's Bees Sensitive Eye Cream, and if you give me one moment, I will bring our special guest in. Oh
boy.
Let's raise the camera a bit.
Hello everyone!
Hello! Alright, so we had to adjust the camera because he's very tall and I'm not. So
yeah, I'm not even gonna sit up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to slouch, and I'm like sitting on my knees. and 2 pillows. Okay, so tell us about, oh, well, let's introduce you first because this is your first time on my channel. This is Nathan.
Hi, I'm Nathan.
So he's going to share his review of the Burt's Bees Sensitive Eye Cream because he's the one that used this. He's been getting more into skincare recently.
Yes, a little slowly. Even more slowly than I would
like. Gradual
But yeah, just a gradual incline.
So you use this as both an eye cream and a face cream.
Yes. So I just ignored the idea of eye cream and just used this all over my face. Should I talk about my experience with it?
Thought of it.
It's very light. It goes on. It feels light on the skin. I said to Sarah the other night, almost like shaving cream, kind of. It's not quite that light like or kind of, airy.
You said it felt kind of whipped.
Yeah, but also kind of.
When I used it, I felt like it was just kind of like a lightweight lotion.
Maybe. I mean, do you think age could play into that at all?
Possibly.
Maybe just it was sitting around a while.
Maybe.
But most skincare products that I've used make my skin break out. And I'm still recovering right here. I don't know if the camera can focus on it, but there's a spot there from the Derma E moisturizer with vitamin C in it that I tried to use for...
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and it's still, like, it's slowly fading, but I have a dark spot where my skin broke out really badly just from using that. I think I didn't use it more than 2 weeks. I kept trying, and I was like, just figured I'd just suffer through it, but there's no reason to do that, and I just had to stop using it. And that's why I'm still working towards being satisfied and finding a product that I really enjoy.
Well, you really like the e.l.f.
Yeah.
And I was just talking about how I wasn't going to buy this again, but I might buy it for him just because it's one of the few moisturizers that he actually likes. Yeah,
and I feel my skin feels very hydrated, and I don't, whatever that means for every individual person, but that's not a feeling I'm very used to because most products are just very irritating for my skin. Mm-hmm. And this one did the job just fine. Mm-hmm. Did a perfectly fine job.
They do make a moisturizer that's also in like that same packaging. And I have a feeling sorry, I'm like getting out of frame. I have a feeling the moisturizer, the sensitive moisturizer, is probably very similar to the sensitive eye cream because it seems like this eye cream is just like a glorified moisturizer anyway.
Yeah. And
so maybe that would be worth trying.
Yeah, I would absolutely try that. If I had any, I don't even know if it's a criticism, maybe critique of it, it definitely needed to be reapplied by the end of the day. Whereas with the e.l.f. Holy Hydration, I don't feel that I necessarily need it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It gives you more like lasting hydration.
Yeah, I feel my skin is just generally happier for a longer amount of time, and I think that's due to the lightness, however you would describe that, with this cream. Another moisturizer that has done pretty well for me is the Trader Joe's, just the general Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I'll put a picture on the screen.
Moisturizer, yeah, and I would say this was even a little better for my skin. So I guess of the 3 that have worked on my skin, this would be second place behind the e.l.f.
Gotcha. Holy
Hydration and the Trader Joe's.
So verdict, would you repurchase? That's the overarching question in these videos.
No, I would not.
You would not.
If you got me the bigger face moisturizer, I'd absolutely use it, but I have no reason to buy this again when I know
that others work better for you.
That the Holy Hydration cream would be better. So that's kind of always, at this point in my skincare journey, that's what I am comparing everything to. A facial moisturizer, at least. Yeah. Cleansers,
You don't really seem to care that much about.
No, they do. So far, the ones that we've used or the ones that work for you seem to work very well for me or equally well across the board so far.
Cool. Maybe you'll have to share your skincare routine, like your full skincare routine sometime.
Yeah,
once you like hone it in.
For people who are not passionate about skincare, but not against it. Just
your kind of your bare bones.
Yes. How I survive, how I maintain not looking worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even not using any skincare, he has perfectly smooth, glowing skin. It's
Yeah.
not fair.
We had a little bit to drink last night, and it really affects my skin. I feel it looks very textured. I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah. I feel like that it is definitely a little irritated in the morning after drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right. Is that all you want to say?
Yeah. I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, back to the original camera angle. That is all the makeup and skincare. Thank you again to the handsome Nathan for joining us in today's video. So everything left is just kind of like miscellaneous household products. So let's go ahead and get into those since you guys seem to like hearing about these. I have this candle from a brand called Marie Hunter or Marie Hunter Beauty. She also has beauty products and makeup products and candles. I learned about this brand from Rianne, who I feel like I talk about all the time. One of my favorite people on the internet. But this is a black-owned brand, and this is their candle in the leather and suede scent. This smells so sophisticated, kind of a little bit masculine, but just a really nice, warm, homey kind of scent. This is just their mini 3.5 ounce size. They also have a more standard size, but I just wanted to try some of the smaller ones to begin with. These are pricey. I think the mini size is like $15. So I ended up spending over $30 for two very small candles, but I enjoy supporting kind of smaller businesses like that. So I think that these would make a great gift. Really nice scent throw. I also have the scent Bourbon Vanilla, I think, and that one is I'm still burning through that one, but that one also smells incredible. So definitely recommend that, especially if you have like a candle lover in your life and you're trying to think of a good like kind of fancy gift. Definitely recommend. And now I'm also curious to try some of her makeup stuff as well. I think she's got some lip products and like a lip scrub. Another candle, this is just an Aldi candle. I'm a big fan of these Aldi candles. They're like $4 each. This is the Huntington Home Vanilla Scented Candle. Very just kind of basic vanilla scent, but I really enjoyed it. It was a nice, warm, cozy vanilla scent. Now I have their Frosted Vanilla, which is very similar. I think the Frosted Vanilla is kind of meant to be like one of their winter candles, and that one may still be sold there, but I highly recommend these. I like that even though they're cheaper, they actually do still have 3 wicks. I know some of the Target candles only have 2 wicks, and in my opinion, that's just not enough for like a large candle like this. So again, great scent throw. I feel like I get a lot of hours out of these. And then a hand soap. This is the Raw Sugar Simply Hand Wash. This is a brand that I've been seeing a lot at Target recently. This was their Vanilla Bean and Sugar. For some reason, this bottle looks disgusting, so I'm sorry about that, but this also smelled really good. Can you tell I like vanilla scents? Really, really nice scent. I got this at Target along with I think I also got like a watermelon mint one, which also smells fantastic. This brand also has hair products, body products, all kinds of stuff like that, and based on my experience with this soap, I would definitely purchase more from the brand in the future. Again, I want to get back to bar soaps. With the pandemic, for some reason, I just feel a little bit better using liquid hand soap. Sometimes I get the feeling that bar soaps maybe aren't as sanitary, but I don't know if that's true or not. It's just kind of a weird mental thing. Anyway, for the time being, I have been using liquid soaps. Trying not to use like the single-use bottles, but that's just what I've been using for the last few months. But I will try to get back into at least a refillable bottle in the future. Some laundry stuff. I have this Mrs. Meyer's laundry scent booster in the honeysuckle scent. I used to absolutely love the basil scent boosters and the basil laundry detergent. This didn't do it for me though. It smells nice. It's got a nice, it smells kind of floral, and it smells strong in here, which is kind of what you want with a scent booster for it to actually really give your laundry a nice fresh scent. But I did not feel like this scent lingered on my clothes at all. Yeah, I was disappointed. So I wouldn't repurchase this or probably any of the Mrs. Meyer's scent boosters from now on. It's crazy because I used to love these, but now I'm using the Method Ginger Mango fragrance boosters, and wow, that smells incredible. I learned about that one through Jessica Braun. She's recommended that a ton, and that one really does leave a nice fresh laundry scent on your clothes. Like, I washed this sweater with that like a week ago, and I've also worn this sweater a couple times already, and it smells really nice and fresh. So that's the one I've been using, and I love it. So yeah, I think I'm kind of moving on from the Mrs. Meyer's scent boosters. Never thought that day would come. I also finished the BioClean Free and Clear Laundry Liquid. I went through a little bit of a phase where I was trying to use only fragrance-free laundry products. That didn't last long. I've just kind of accepted. I know it's not the best for your skin, but I don't feel like fragranced laundry products irritate my skin, so I don't feel like there's really a reason for me to stay away from them. Nice smelling laundry just really makes me happy, and I feel like especially this year, it's the little things in life that just, you gotta hold on to like that, you know? And unscented laundry products just don't make me happy. They're boring, and I know like if you have really sensitive skin, you're probably better off with a fragrance-free, but regardless of that, I did like this laundry detergent. I felt like it got my clothes nice and clean. It's not a huge bottle, but you get apparently 128 loads. I've had this same jug since December of 2019 when I moved into this apartment, and it just now ran out, so it lasted a while. I'd say I usually do 1 to 3 loads of laundry per week on average, so you can do the math. But honestly, I don't necessarily feel like I need my detergent to be scented as long as I have a scent booster. So I would consider repurchasing this again just because I felt like it was very cost effective. Currently, I'm using the True Earth laundry strips, and those, it's literally like a strip. I talked about this in my last favorites video of detergent, and you just tear off one strip, throw it in your washer, and it works just like liquid detergent, and it's in like a paper envelope, so it's completely plastic free. That would be my preference, although those are a little pricey, not quite as cost effective as this liquid was. So anyway, regardless, if you're looking for a good cruelty-free laundry detergent, this one does the job. I hated this, the 7th generation disinfecting bathroom cleaner. 7th generation's products smell so nasty to me. Like, they're actual cleaners and stuff. I don't mind their laundry detergents, but this bathroom cleaner, their regular all-purpose cleaner, their wipes, they have this horrible, horrible, like, earthy smell that is just not what I want my house to smell like. So I used it up, and, you know, it does a good job cleaning things. This is called the lemongrass citrus scent. It says it kills 99.99% of germs. I've definitely been opting for disinfecting cleaners rather than all-purpose cleaners. Like, actually, I have right here, just because I was cleaning this table, the Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface cleaner. I love the Mrs. Meyer's cleaners, but they are not antibacterial or disinfecting. They're just perfumey sprays. So they're good for cleaning off surfaces, but don't expect them to kill germs. If you don't care about scent, or maybe you like the scent of 7th generation cleaning products, I don't know. It's a good product, but personally I hated it, and now I'm using a Method one again, and I'm much happier. Method used to not be considered cruelty-free. There was a short time where they were supposedly testing on water fleas, which are like microscopic crustaceans. Personally, this might sound incredibly insensitive, but I don't really care about water fleas. They are, though, still Leaping Bunny certified, and I also, apparently they've stopped testing on water fleas anyway. For the longest time I wasn't purchasing from them just because they weren't considered cruelty-free by a lot of people, and they've been Leaping Bunny certified for a long time, and I feel okay with that if you're, you know, do your own research, but I've decided to start purchasing them again, and I'm very happy to be purchasing their products again because they make fantastic household products. And finally, is this the last thing? This is the Jason Power Smile Anti-Cavity and Whitening Gel in the powerful peppermint flavor. This is a really nice toothpaste. It is very powerful. It lives up to the name. It has a very strong minty taste. If you have like a sensitive mouth, or, you know, really, really strong minty things irritate your mouth, you might not like this one. Personally, I like it. It makes my mouth feel super clean and fresh, but it is very, very potent, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I've liked the Jason toothpaste for a long time. I think they're great. You can buy them on Vitacost, other places online. I don't really find them in stores a whole lot, at least not the fluoride ones. I do use fluoride toothpaste. They have fluoride-free ones as well. Those are the ones that I've seen in actual grocery stores and stuff. But yeah, this was good. I would consider repurchasing it if it's ever, you know, on sale for a decent price. Those are all of my current empties. Lots of things that I'm excited to finally recycle and get rid of because they've been taking up a lot of space in my empty bin and my closet. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will link my entire Empties playlist below. I love Empties. They're my favorite videos to film, and I've done so many of them on my channel. So if you want to kind of binge watch, I will link that playlist below. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'd love to see you again very soon, and hopefully I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.